What up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. I am sipping on a little Americano. Man, I don't really drink too much coffee anymore, so having a little espresso shot like this is a freaking treat, and damn, it is hitting right now. It is hitting my body. Man, I want to talk about like meditation and our current society and how the two are completely opposite. Meditation is a thing where you decompress, you emotionally process, and our society is a thing where you compress and you emotionally build up. If you look at like shorts, or just even YouTube, even if you watch YouTube, you're injecting your brain with data. You're injecting your brain with information. And there's nowhere for it to go. It's just like you're taking in mass amounts of information, and it makes you a little bit crazy. It makes you a little bit crazy inside. And you have all these you just have all these ideas that you kind of just repeat in your head that like stick and that you go by, but you don't really know why you go by them. You just heard them from someone. So we just when we hear things online, it sticks. It sticks. So the information sticks, but also, you know, these shorts are so emotionally stimulating that it's exhausting. So, you know, you'll see something on the shorts that makes you laugh. You'll see something that makes you wanna cry, or cry. Who knows? You know, depends where you're at that day. But it makes you wanna laugh, makes you wanna cry, makes you wanna get mad. And so you're rolling through emotions. You're flipping a book of emotions. And that really messes with our head, really messes with it, because your brain doesn't know the difference from reality and the internet. So it thinks that you're just being spun. Man, like back 1,000 years ago, the amount of stimulation we had and the amount of things happening that would cause us an extreme emotional reaction, like what we see online today, is so minimal. So minimal. And, you know, they've done studies and stuff where it's like, man, having a strong emotion is exhausting on yourself. Having a strong emotion is tiring. So no wonder we're tired all the time. No wonder, you know, we have this idea implanted that we need to strive and go and work super hard. But not only that, the time that we even get to chill is spent on emotionally stimulating content. So the little time that we get to chill is spent doing the least chill thing ever. So, man, we're kind of fucked. And I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. And I hope you can feel what I'm talking about. I hope you can feel like how destructive this shit is, man. Like all these shit ideas that make you shameful. You don't need any of that, man. Like you don't need any of these ideas of how you're not doing well. And seeing these other people on Instagram that are like, yeah, man, I'm just traveling the world. I'm fucking big booty Latinas. I am whatnot. This comparison is a trap. And man, this addiction, it gets worse. I don't know if you guys have felt this, man. I felt this like mad. The phone came out however long ago, and we've had smartphones for a while. But like, is it not getting worse? Like, is this not getting worse for us? I think it is. I think it's getting worse. Like, I bet the average screen time of like the average person is just slowly increasing. And I think I know the reason. I think I know at least part of the reason. I think that we need to emotionally process our lives. So we need to sit and not do anything. Or, you know, like we need to not do anything for certain periods of time. But we've become so bad at that. We've become so horrible at just sitting and letting things be that the urge to reach for our phone is so much greater. So what I think is, like, you feel a negative emotion. Like, okay, this is what I think. Here, I'll try to summarize it. We are like emotional pressure cookers. We hold emotions in our body. We hold them. And the only way to release them and process them is to actually reduce external stimulation and talk with other people. You either vent it to other people, like tell people your ideas, tell people what's going on, or you stop running from it and you sit with it. This kind of release, like I was saying, like meditation is like a decompression. That's what the decompression is you're removing the negative emotions from the body that are stored. But the thing is, when you go on these shorts, when you go on YouTube, when you don't talk to anyone, you're ingesting more of these negative emotions. Going on shorts, you are implanting these emotions in you. Like, if you go on shorts, man, for an hour, you don't feel good after. You'd never feel good after. You feel negative because all these emotions are being stored in you. So we are cooking, we are pressurizing the pressure cooker with all this stuff. And we are reducing the amount of time that we're releasing the pressure from the cooker. So the second that you get you get a breath, the second that you get some free time, you are now such an emotional mess that the urge to go and numb it by going on shorts, by going on these videos, is even higher. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like one of those negative cycles. Like, if you think about a person who isn't pressure cooked, someone who knows who they are, who's processed their emotions, who's like living in the present. That person, when they get a second, when they're not working, and they get a moment, that moment isn't threatening to them. They're like, ah, yes, a moment. Ah, yes, I feel good. Ah, yes, I can handle whatever emotion's here. But then you compare that to a person who's pressure cooked themselves with all this junk, man. This shit's junk. All this junk. That person, when they get a moment, they have no capacity to deal with it. Because one, they're not practiced. They're not practiced. And two, their baseline negative state is so much higher that even if they were practiced, they would have so much pain that they stored to deal with, that they just, it's so much easier to just ignore it. So man, this negative cycle, it continues. It continues, and then you just ingest more and more content to numb more and more. Our society is the perfect recipe for unhappiness. It is the perfect recipe. My espresso shot is done. I'm ready to get zooted. But yeah, it is the perfect... Sorry, I just dropped my wallet down the side here. It is the perfect recipe for unhappiness. It's like the perfect recipe for isolation, for lack of emotional processing, for ingesting just junk. Junk. That's what it's good for. So what is the answer, my friend? What is the answer? Because online will tell you you're not good enough. You should be ashamed if you don't have your life together with your life purpose. Your life purpose. It'll tell you a lot of shit that makes you feel bad. And if you're not like on point, if you don't fight back against it, it will consume you. And it'll direct your thoughts without your permission. It will program you, seriously, and it already has. Hope that gets you a little heated, because it gets me pretty fucking heated, man. So, how do we fight back against this rubbish? How do we fight back and restore ourselves to our natural, like, childlike state? How do we do that, man? We do that by not ingesting so much bullshit. Like, we don't need all this shit. 2, it's like, talk to people about your ideas. Talk to people about what you're going through. Vent this negative stuff. You don't need to just vent it repeatedly. But, like, have an outlet, you know? Have friends that you can talk to. And 3, sit with yourself. Sit with yourself. And I want to do that with you right now. I want to do a little guided meditation. So, before we get into this guided meditation, I want us to kind of set an intention. Like, what's going on here? In a guided meditation, or in meditation in general, the goal, quote unquote, because there are no goals, you're not putting any effort in, is to allow everything to be exactly as it is. And it's very unnatural to do that because your mind, it has a lot of things to say. But let's set an intention here that no matter what your mind has to say, no matter what your body has to say, even if it's very uncomfortable, all of it is perfect. All of it is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Exactly. So what meditation is resting in awareness. Recognizing that space that we are, in which all these things appear. That space is untouched by everything that appears. And the tendency is to get lost in what is appearing in that space, and to take it as reality, and to take it as not okay, to take it as this thing that's coming up needs to be different and needs to be changed. And this thing that's coming up is me. Both of those things are false. And that's what meditation is. It is resting in awareness and not doing anything to change anything that's coming up. Because it's all perfect. None of it is you, and none of it needs to be changed. So let's start the meditation. We can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So if you'll sit with me, we can close our eyes and take a few very deep breaths, slow deep breaths. At your own pace. With each exhale, just think of your body melting into the chair that you're in, or wherever you're seated. Recognize that everything that it's appearing is appearing in space. Your visual field. The sounds that are impeding on your eardrums. The feeling of your body touching the chair. The internal feelings of your body. The breath entering your lungs. All of this is spontaneously known. Your thoughts also arise in this space and are spontaneously known. There's nothing to do. This space of awareness is already here, no matter what. Even the sense of being aware, that sense of directing attention, even that is just spontaneously known by this space. Relax deeper. There's nothing to do. If fear comes, it also arises in this space. The only job we have is to relax as this space, no matter what appears. If you feel like you're doing it wrong, there's no such thing. Even the sense of doing it wrong is appearing in this space. This sense of tightness, this sense of not getting it, this sense of smallness, all of it appearing in the infinite space of awareness. There's nothing to do but relax. We think that we can do better to take care of ourselves than life can. But the one who tries, the one who uses their will to try to make their life better, is false. That one is false. That one also appears in this space. The space of what you are. We spend our lives imagining ourselves to be a small, limited self who has the capacity to play God in our lives, to fight what it thinks is not right, to struggle. We spend our lives struggling because we think things should be a different way. We don't need to struggle. We can let God take care of us, or the universe. We don't need to fight what's here anymore. hasn't worked. The limited small self that you believe yourself to be can't do better than God. Can't make a tree from a small seed. Can't cause rain to fall across kilometers of landscape. Can't create life from a single cell. So no wonder we're tired. No wonder we're burnt out. I think that's all for today, guys. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And if you found some peace with this meditation in this video, then spend some time doing it if you'd like. Peace be with you, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.